Hey, what's happening? This is Rich Osweiler from PremierGuitar.com, coming to you from the 2014 NAMM show in Anaheim, California. I'm here with Reinhold Bogner, and we are going to talk about a whole bunch of new pedals. Reinhold, what's happening?
Hey, good morning. Well, what's happening? Certainly of NAMM. I'm very excited.
All right, man. So we're just going to maybe go down the line, tell us what we got, and tell us what each one does.
Actually, we're starting at the newest products right now. The Zero is basically a dual buffer. And the idea is like you have one in front of the pedal board and one after the pedal board. The first one you can actually bypass. So, in case you have some fast pedals that are sensitive, like they want to see the guitar, you can bypass that one. You can use it also as an amp splitter. Internally, you can link them together, and then you can go out of the buffer A to one amp and the buffer B. And the buffer B has also, you can switch in a transformer, which this whole table we're going to show you, they all have Rupert Neve designed transformers. That's the unique thing about all those pedals. An audio transformer, just like the old consoles, like Neve 1073 preamps and stuff like that. Okay. And the good thing about this, you can switch the phase, and the transformer was also galvanically isolated. So like with second amps, you usually have always ground loops or phase issues. That is the good thing about this pedal. So that's Zero, and Zero, then hence the name is. There's no coloration really. You just you can bump up the signal. When it's turned all the way down, it's like unity level, and then you can use it as a boost too. It's a very linear or non-colorating boost. Okay. That's why the name Zero. Helios amp we set up as a clean Marshall sound. Not much distortion at all. So think for example right now with Barbados, it sounds very dull because we're going through all those connections. It's like we have 7 pedals. And you already hear a big difference of how much crisper the signal gets off. On. So you lose a lot of high end when you go through all those connections. That's the idea about those buffers. Usually.
Right on.
Then the guitar amp speaker emulator is basically like a transformer-driven speaker emulation. So you got out from the guitar speaker output and you plug it in between the cam. So you still need a load, but in case you want to have a consistent sound, for live or for recording, you can use this as a kind of a replacement for a microphone. Then moving on right next to the newest production, the newest product we worked on really hard is called Lyndhurst, and that's like a full-on compressor that has 6 controls: attack, release, level, blend, tone, and sustain. And there's actually 2 more inside, like a threshold and a gain. So this gives you totally, if you want to really control the compressor in any shape or form, you can do it with this one. And it's a very fast and accurate compressor. So very much like a 1176 or an old Neve. It's more like a studio kind of thing. I can just show it a bit. If it's off, then just No, it enhances the signal. It depends on how you set it, but we don't want to spend too much time on this right now. Next one is the Burnley. We kind of showed it last year, but not really. Now this is the production version. It's as I said, always transformers involved in this pedal line. This is the distortion basically, and it's very basic controls: gain, level, tone, and it has a tighter mode over here. It's good for high gain stuff Then a more fuller sound over here. So that's the Burnley. So good for high gain, Marshall-y kind of sounds. Next one is the Wessex, which is like an overdrive. You can set it up as a clean boost, and start from there. Has a full EQ bass and treble. For now, it's almost like a clean boost, like this. Not much gain at all. You can, get any kind of. Then there's a different mode over here. The N is a little more vintage here. This one is a little bit more enhanced, gets you more of the transformers in. too if you want it, you know. Next one, Harlow. That's the most interesting one. Very unique pedal. You can have it as a clean boost, just very standard clean boost with a tone control, like this right now. Or you can add some compression. It's a very sloppy compression, like not so much like accurate like this, but a very kind of organic and kind of like gives you a great feel. You know, like if you turn up the bloom knob. See how it hangs on and comes in. But my favorite setting is actually if you crank this, and turn the tone knob all the way down. You know, like, so that's the Harlow. And you know, all those three pedals we make also in the wooden finish. It's the same pedal. It costs a little bit more with the wooden finish. It kind of reflects the old console kind of stuff, you know, like since we work with Root beneath.
Are these all available right now?
Not right now, but those are in production. So like basically we're waiting for the parts to come in and to assemble them. So I would say 3 to 4 months that you should see them in the stores. Those ones will be probably end of the year. Now we're moving on to one of the, our existing amp line already has the XC Red, Blue, and Überschall. Now this is an add-on to like another kind of amplifier type, and this one reflects more like hence the gold, the Marshall, and the name like Grange hints to the CC Top kind of sound. So like, you know, it's kind of like a souped up plexi kind of sound, like CC Top, maybe Van Halen, something like that. You know, I'll show you real quick. So like, you know, clean sound again, real quick. Marshall very clean, you know, and you crank it. And then you can boost it, and there's a set amount of gain boost, and you can also add some volume boost in any amount you want. And it cleans up very nice too, you know, like so like, you know, like it's very touch sensitive, like all the amp pedals I'm making.
And this too available in 3 months or so?
This one should be very, I mean, like, you know, like 3 months, it sounds about right, maybe even 2 months, you know. This is like probably the first one, it maybe comes out even before those. So like, yeah, this is definitely coming out very soon, you know.
Reinhold, what we got next?
All right, we got the Helios. It's actually a production model. You know, we showed it at the amp show already. It was a prototype. Now this is the 100-watt version. So I'll show you real quick like what you can do. One knob clean channel, you know, only breaks up when the power breaks up. So like, you know, it's a 100-watt mode right now. So I'll show you like, you know, very snappy. It has a, you know, 3-way bright switch, but I'll show you real quick. I switch it down to the JTM 30-watt mode. It's like changes the power supply and the tube. Okay. It gives you a little more sag and stuff like that. But, you know, if you crank up earlier. But it's still like, you know, it's pretty clean, yeah. That's the clean right now. So like, and we're in the low gain input. So like, I'm gonna switch the channels right now. And this is like now set up kind of as like low gain, you know, like a vintagey Marshall kind of type. So it hangs onto the notes, even like with a low gain, you know.
Yeah.
So. And then I give you more gain. I switch like. That's a little more hard rock sound now, it's still low gain. And then we can have it all. And then if you want like, you know, more gain than that, you're gonna go to the high gain input. Cleans up still in the high gain very nicely too, you know.
Sweet. Now this is available now, like you just mentioned.
Yeah. I mean, we are very backward in this one, but those are the first, and we have 4 in the show, and the production one, and we have more already building. But it's a hand-wired amp, so that take a little bit more time than our usual production. So, but they're rolling off the assembly line as we speak. So, like, there should be somewhere in the American stores within a week or so.
Okay. Well, thanks for your time today, Reinhold.
Well, thanks for coming by.
Tell people out there where they can go find even more information, specs, and the like.
Well, I would think that's bognernotification.com. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Cheers.
This is Rich Osweiler for PremierGuitar.com, coming from the 2014 NAMM show in Anaheim, California. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can see all this and a whole lot more. Thanks.